I'm Jon Ren. I'm a wildlife artist. I've been painting for my whole life. My biggest inspiration was my dad, Jon Ren. He was most known for his Native American paintings, but he taught me everything I know. I just remember watching him paint since I could walk, and I'd spent most of my time in the studio emulating him, and basically he taught me everything I know. I was born in California, Long Beach, California, lived there till I was about 12, then we moved to Sedona, Arizona, which really affected me and my artistic career going forward, just because of the natural beauty that was there. I think that's what really also spurred me to do wildlife, just so I can incorporate the backgrounds and landscapes and the beauty of nature. I'm motivated to create just to escape reality, get a break from the everyday doldrums. So no matter what, that's when I feel most alive, most connected, and happiest. I'm a massive perfectionist, so the whole process is frustrating to me. I feel like I'm never going to be good enough. I'm full of self-doubt throughout the whole thing, and then eventually I turn a corner and everything starts looking how I want. But getting to that point is the most frustrating part, because when you start out, you have an idea, it goes from your head onto a canvas, and by the time it starts looking like what's in your head, it takes forever and a lot of work, and that's the most frustrating part. My whole creative process can be very frustrating at times, but also it's like my own therapy. It's my escape from reality, where it's just me and my painting, and when I get into a groove, there's nothing like it, or I don't even know what I'm doing. It's like I'm not even thinking, and my hands are moving, and everything's coming out perfectly. I've always been fascinated with wildlife. When I was little, any bird of prey, eagles, hawks, anything, I just loved those. And where I lived in Southern California, I didn't really see much of those, except for when we'd go to the zoo. But all animals, they just have a beauty about them. And I also love painting fur and feathers. It's just, to me, it's soothing, if that makes sense. And painting things in nature with all the lighting available, the different landscapes and backgrounds. I mean, it's just, the subject matters are limitless. I always try to make mine have a little story behind it, or have some interest besides just the portrait, just, okay, here's a wolf standing there. Or I like having backstories, or if you can look at it and go, oh, they got him in that specific situation that maybe a lot of people have seen in real life, so they can relate to it. It starts with their eyes. It's kind of like people, like your own pets. You can just see in their eyes, they're emotional. The emotion you can capture, and it's like looking into humans' eyes. You can see if they're sad or happy, and it's like that with a lot of the animals. And also the way you paint, some of the brush strokes to show movement or emotion, the lighting, some of the subject matters and how I pose them. I believe anybody could be an artist, just in different ways. For me, I think I was born with a lot of it. I think the hand-eye coordination, the eye, because I don't think it's a coincidence that my dad was so good. My sister's really good too. And for me, it takes a lot of discipline. Like with anything you do, practice makes perfect. So the more you do it, the more you refine your skill. But I think it's a mix of both. But I think anybody has an artistic side. They just have to find it. Say impressionistic or abstract, artists will get in arguments over what is considered art and what isn't. But I think anything can be art, whether it looks like a photograph or if it doesn't. I think as long as it elicits some emotion in somebody and some connection, then it's art, and there's no difference to me. But I think that most artists feel that way. They feel their stuff's never, ever good enough. And I think that's what makes you keep improving. I mean, I'm in my mid-50s now, painting since I was a kid, and now I just strive to keep getting better, and that's all I can do. I do compare myself to other people, but I feel like everybody's better than me. Like my dad said before, it was like 28 years ago, before he passed away, that I was better than him, which isn't true. I'll never be as good as him. And there's other wildlife artists like Robert Bateman, Carl Brenders, so many that I'll never be as good as. And I just come to accept it. I have my own style, even though it's realistic. And I just want to keep improving on my own. Instead of comparing myself to others, you can't do that. I can only compare myself to myself. I think it's important to surround yourself with art, especially now, because, no pun intended, art's becoming a lost art. There's so much AI and computer generated stuff that I'm scared that what I do won't even be around in 20 or 30 years. Art means the world to me. It's been my whole life since I was born, through my dad and my upbringing, and it's just something that's with you all the time. When you look through at life through an artistic lens, everything you see, you're thinking, oh, look at that composition, look at that lighting, that'd make a great painting. So it just gives you a different perspective on life in general. I don't know what I'd do without it. It's gotten me through my entire life.